In the last episode, the galaxy lay in ruins after the battle against the Requiem Initiative, and I stood at the forefront of a fledgling resistance movement, burdened by the weight of leadership and the quest for answers. The stars streaming past my viewport seemed to blur together as I stood on the bridge of our makeshift flagship, the once majestic ship now bearing the scars of 1,000 battles. I rubbed my tired eyes. The endless succession of grim realities had begun to blur together. My thoughts were interrupted by the soft chime of the comm system. An urgent message from one of our scouts flashed on the screen, and I felt my heart sink. "Captain, we've picked up a strange energy signature coming from one of the nearby asteroid fields. It looks like some kind of ancient technology." My mind racing, I turned to my trusted friend and second-in-command, Elian. "Get a team ready. We're going in." As we descended onto the asteroid's surface in a shuttlecock, an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of my stomach. The air was thick with an eerie silence, and I couldn't shake the sense that we were being watched. The team fanned out, securing our perimeter as I stepped out of the shuttle. That's when I saw it, a massive structure, half buried in the asteroid's surface. Elian approached me, his voice low. "Alex, I'm reading some kind of energy field around the entrance. We need to be careful." I nodded. "Let's get to work. We need to know what we're up against." As we began to analyze the energy field, a low hum filled the air and the asteroid began to shake. The ground gave way beneath us, and I felt myself tumbling through darkness. When I came to, I found myself in a vast, dimly lit chamber surrounded by ancient artifacts. A figure emerged from the shadows. "Welcome, Alex," the Archon said, his voice dripping with malice. "I've been waiting for you." The air seemed to vibrate with tension as I met the Archon's gaze. "What do you want?" The Archon's smile was cold. "I want to show you the true nature of the galaxy, and I want you to join me." I laughed. "You think I'd ever join forces with you?" The Archon's expression turned calculating. "Perhaps not yet, but soon you'll see things my way." With that, the chamber began to shake, and I felt the asteroid tremble. The Archon vanished, leaving me with more questions than answers. As I stumbled back through the darkness, I realized I was not alone. A figure emerged from the shadows, a figure I thought I'd lost forever. Maya. Her eyes locked onto mine, a mix of emotions swirling within them. "Alex, it's really you." I felt a wave of relief wash over me. "Maya, I thought you were dead." Her expression turned grim. "I've been working to uncover the secrets of the ancient technology, but we have to be careful. There are those who will stop at nothing to claim it for themselves." I nodded. "Then we have a lot to talk about." As we began to discuss our next move, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being pulled into a much larger game, one that would determine the fate of the galaxy. The stars outside seemed to darken, as if the very fabric of reality was beginning to unravel, and I knew that our journey was far from over previously. Alex stood at the forefront of a fledgling resistance movement, burdened by the weight of leadership and the quest for answers, as he received an urgent message about a strange energy signature coming from an asteroid field, leading to a confrontation with the enigmatic Archon and a shocking reunion with Maya, a brilliant scientist thought to be dead. As I gazed into Maya's eyes, a torrent of emotions coursed through me. I had lost count of the number of times I'd replayed her supposed death in my mind, wondering what I could have done to save her. Now, standing before me, she embodied a flicker of hope in a galaxy torn asunder. But our reunion was short-lived as the asteroid began to shake and the air grew thick with an ominous energy. "Maya, we need to get out of here now," I yelled above the rising din. Without hesitation, Maya grasped my arm, and together we sprinted through the darkness, the ancient artifacts blurring around us. We burst out of the chamber, back into the shuttle just as the asteroid's gravity seemed to fail. The shuttle's engines roared to life, and we narrowly escaped the disintegrating asteroid. Breathless, I turned to Maya, who was already tapping away at her console. "What's our status?" "We're clear of the asteroid, but we have multiple ships closing in on our position," she replied. Her eyes locked on the holographic display. I cursed under my breath. The Archon's trap had sprung shut and we were now caught in a deadly game of cat and mouse. "Ilian, get our defenses online," I shouted into the comms system. The response was immediate. Our makeshift flagship, battered and bruised as it was, began to take shape around us. Cannons powered up, shields energized, and our ragtag crew readied for battle. As the enemy ships encircled us, I felt a familiar sense of resolve harden within me. This was at the moment I'd been preparing for since the Requiem Initiative first ravaged the galaxy. It was time to take a stand, to forge a new future, and to ensure that the secrets of the ancient technology didn't fall into the wrong hands. "Maya, can you hack into their systems?" I asked, my eyes fixed on the unfolding battle. "Trying, Alex," she replied, her brow furrowed in concentration. "But their encryption is formidable." I nodded, a plan forming in my mind. "Ilian, prepare a boarding party. We'll take the fight to them." With a fierce determination, our crew charged into the fray, determined to protect the galaxy from those who would misuse its ancient power. The fate of reality hung in the balance, and I knew that only through unity, courage, and the power of hope could we emerge victorious. The battle ahead would be fierce, but I was ready to face it head-on, with Maya by my side and the galaxy's future at stake. Previously, Alex confronted the enigmatic Archon, and in the heat of the battle he was reunited with Maya, a brilliant scientist thought to be dead. Together they escaped the disintegrating asteroid, only to find themselves surrounded by enemy ships. As our makeshift flagship, cobbled together from scavenged parts, took fire, I felt the familiar rush of adrenaline coursing through my veins. Maya's fingers flew across her console, expertly guiding our ship through the hail of laser blasts. Our ragtag crew, comprised of former rebels and survivors, scrambled to return fire, but we were vastly outnumbered. Suddenly, the lights on our ship flickered and the engine sputtered. "We're losing power, Alex," Ilian's voice echoed through the comm system. I gritted my teeth, weighing our options. We couldn't hold out for much longer, not against such overwhelming odds. That's when I spotted a narrow window of opportunity to turn the tide of the battle. "Maya, can you hack into their systems and create a localized EMP burst?" I asked, my eyes fixed on the enemy ships. Maya's gaze locked onto mine, a hint of understanding sparking within. "I think I can manage that." With a few swift keystrokes, the air around us seemed to charged with electricity. The enemy ship systems faltered, their shields collapsing in an instant. Our crew seized the opportunity, unleashing a barrage of laser fire that sent the enemy vessels reeling. As the dust settled, our ship limped forward, damaged but still operational. I let out a deep breath, surveying the aftermath of the battle. We'd won, but at what cost? The toll on our ship and crew was evident, and we couldn't afford to linger. "Maya, plot a course for the nearest repair facility," I ordered, my mind racing with the implications of our narrow victory. "Aye, Alex," Maya replied, her fingers dancing across the console. "But we're not the only ones looking for repairs." Picking up a distress signal from a nearby planet, a group of survivors is requesting aid. I hesitated, weighing our options. We needed to regroup and refit, but could we truly afford to ignore the cry for help? A spark of hope ignited within me, and I knew what had to be done. "Alter course, Maya. Well, render aid and gather intelligence. We might just find an ally in this desperate fight." As our ship veered towards the distressed planet, I felt a glimmer of optimism. Perhaps, just perhaps, we could forge a new future, one where the remnants of the galaxy's civilizations could come together and reclaim their world. But I knew that the road ahead would be fraught with peril, and the stakes would only continue to escalate. The battle was far from over, and I was ready to face it head-on. With Maya by my side and the fate of the galaxy hanging in the balance. Previously, Alex and Maya escaped the disintegrating asteroid, only to find themselves surrounded by enemy ships, but managed to turn the tide of the battle with a localized EMP burst. Now, Thayer headed towards a nearby planet to respond to a distress signal and gather intelligence. As our ship entered the planet's atmosphere, the ship's sensors began to pick up strange energy signatures. "What's going on, Maya?" I asked, my brow furrowed in concern. "It's some kind of advanced shielding technology," Maya replied, her eyes fixed on the console. "I've never seen anything like it." Suddenly, the ship lurched violently, throwing us off balance. "We're being pulled towards the planet's surface." Elian's voice was panicked. I gripped the armrests of my chair, feeling a sense of unease. This wasn't going according to plan. "Maya, can you override the gravity locks and get us back on course?" Maya's fingers flew across the console, but her usual confidence was replaced by a note of uncertainty. "I'm trying, Alex, but it's like nothing I've ever seen before." "Wait, what's this?" The ship's sensors began to pick up a strange transmission, echoing through the comm system. This is impossible," Maya stammered. "It's a message from the architects themselves, the ancient civilization that created the galaxy." I felt a shiver run down my spine as the message began to play, the words echoing through the ship like a divine revelation. "To those who seek redemption, follow the path of the Ancient Ones. The secrets of creation await, but be warned. The price of knowledge is higher than you can imagine." The transmission ended, leaving us stunned and silent. This was the break we needed to unlock the secrets of the galaxy. But at what cost? I gazed out at the planet's surface, wondering what secrets lay hidden beneath its surface. "Maya, plot a course for the source of the transmission," I ordered, my heart pounding with excitement. Alex," Maya replied, her eyes sparkling with curiosity. "But we're not alone. There are others on this planet, others who are also searching for the secrets of the Ancient Ones." I smiled, feeling a sense of determination wash over me. This was at the start of a new chapter in our journey. We would uncover the secrets of the galaxy, no matter the cost. And as we descended onto the planet's surface, I knew that we were one step closer to reclaiming our world. As we stepped out of the ship, the planet's surface stretched out before us, a barren wasteland of twisted metal and charred remains. The air was thick with the acrid smell of smoke and burning fuel. I gazed out at the devastation, feeling a sense of unease. This wasn't just a natural disaster, this was the result of a catastrophic event, one that had ravaged the planet. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows, its features distorted by the smoke. "Welcome, Alex," it said, its voice like gravel. "I've been waiting for you. My name is Archaea and am the last survivor of this planet's civilization." I approached her warily, sensing that there was more to her story than meets the eye. "What happened here?" I asked, trying to keep my tone neutral. Archaea's eyes seemed to bore into my soul, filled with a deep sadness. "We were consumed by the very technology we created. The Ancient Ones built this world, but they also left behind a curse that drove us to destroy ourselves." I felt a shiver run down my spine as Archaea's words hung in the air. This was the secret to unlocking the galaxy's secrets lay hidden in this desolate wasteland. And I was ready to uncover it, no matter the cost. "Tell me more," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. Archaea nodded, a cold determination etched on her face. "Follow me, Alex. I'll show you the secrets of the Ancient Ones, but be warned, once you see the truth, there's no going back previously." Alex, Maya, and Elian received a mysterious transmission from the ancient civilization, leading them to a ravaged planet where they met Archaea, the last survivor of the planet's civilization, who revealed that the Ancient Ones built this world but also left behind a curse that drove the inhabitants to destroy themselves. As I followed Archaea through the twisted metal and charred remains, the weight of my mission settled heavier on my shoulders. The stakes had never been higher, and I knew that every step forward would bring me closer to unlocking the secrets of the galaxy. But at what cost? Archaea led us to a massive structure, its surface etched with ancient runes that seemed to pulse with a strange energy. "This is the Temple of the Ancient Ones," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "Here you will find the secrets of creation." I approached the temple, feeling a sense of awe wash over me. This was the moment of truth. As I reached out to touch the ancient runes, the air around me seemed to charged with electricity. Suddenly, the temple doors slid open, revealing a dark, cavernous interior. "Welcome, Alex," a voice echoed from within. I have been waiting for you. You have passed the first test, but the greatest challenges lie ahead. I stepped forward, my heart pounding with excitement. This was at the moment I had been working towards. As I ventured deeper into the temple, I knew that I would finally uncover the secrets of the galaxy. But what lay ahead? Would I be able to unlock the secrets of creation, or would I succumb to the curse that had destroyed this planet? The fate of the galaxy hung precariously in the balance, and I knew that I was running out of time. As I walked further into the temple, the air grew thick with an otherworldly energy. I could feel the weight of the ancient technology bearing down on me, and I knew that I was one step closer to unlocking the secrets of the galaxy. But I was not alone. Shadows lurked in the corners, watching me, waiting for me to make a mistake. I knew that I had to be careful, that one misstep could spell disaster. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Maya, her eyes fixed on the ancient artifacts that lined the walls. "Alex, I've found something," she said, her voice barely above a whisper. "A text that speaks of the Ancient One's greatest creation, the echo of eternity." I approached her, feeling a sense of excitement wash over me. "What does it say?" I asked, my heart pounding with anticipation. Maya's eyes locked onto mine, her expression grave. "It says that the echo of eternity holds the power to reshape the very fabric of reality. But it also warns of the ultimate price of knowledge, the loss of one's soul." I felt a shiver run down my spine as Maya's words hung in the air. This was it, the ultimate secret of the galaxy. But was I willing to pay the price? As I gazed deeper into the temple, I knew that I had to make a choice. Would I unlock the secrets of the echo of eternity, or would I turn back and flee from the danger that lurked ahead? The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I knew that I had to make a decision. But what would I choose? Previously, Alex, Maya, and Elian uncovered the secrets of the ancient civilization on a ravaged planet where they met Archaea, the last survivor of the planet's civilization, and discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, where the secrets of creation awaited. As Alex ventured deeper into the temple, he encountered Maya, who revealed a text that spoke of the Ancient One's greatest creation, the echo of eternity, a power that could reshape reality, but at the ultimate price of one's soul. I took a deep breath, the weight of Maya's words settling heavy on my shoulders. The echo of eternity, the ultimate secret of the galaxy. But at what cost? I glanced around the temple, the air thick with an otherworldly energy and the shadows watching me like predators. I knew I had to be careful. That one misstep could spell disaster. "I need time to think," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. "This is a decision that can't be taken lightly." Maya's eyes locked onto mine, her expression understanding. "I know, Alex, but we can't stay here forever. We have to make a choice, and soon." I nodded, my mind racing with the implications. The echo of eternity, the power to reshape reality. It was a tantalizing prospect, but at what cost? I thought of all the people I had lost, all the friends I had made, and all the sacrifices I had made to get to this point. Was it worth it? As I pondered, the temple began to shake, the ancient runes on the walls pulsing with energy. Archaea's voice echoed from the shadows. "The temple is awakening. You must make a choice, Alex. The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance." I felt a surge of adrenaline as the temple trembled around me. This was at the moment of truth. I glanced at Maya, her eyes fixed on me, and Elian, his expression steady. "I'll do it," I said, my voice firm. "I'll unlock the secrets of the echo of eternity." Maya's eyes widened, a mixture of excitement and fear on her face. "Are you sure, Alex?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. I nodded, my heart pounding with anticipation. "I'm sure. Let's do this." With a deep breath, I stepped forward, the temple doors sliding open to reveal a chamber filled with ancient artifacts. The air was charged with energy, and I could feel the weight of the echo of eternity calling to me. As I ventured deeper into the chamber, I knew that I was taking a step into the unknown. But I was ready. I was ready to unlock the secrets of the galaxy, no matter the cost. But what lay ahead? Would I be able to harness the power of the echo of eternity, or would it consume me? The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I knew that I was running out of time. Suddenly, a voice echoed from the shadows, a voice that sent shivers down my spine. "You shouldn't have come here, Alex," it said. "You shouldn't have meddled in the affairs of the Ancient Ones." I spun around, my heart pounding with fear. Who was this? What did they want? As I turned, a figure emerged from the shadows. It was Archon, his eyes fixed on me with a mixture of contempt and curiosity. "You're just a pawn in a much larger game, Alex," he said, his voice dripping with amusement. "And soon, you'll realize that you're not the hero of this story. You're just a pawn, and pawns are meant to be sacrificed." I felt a surge of anger as Archon's words hung in the air. I was not a pawn. I was the one who would unlock the secrets of the galaxy, and I would stop at nothing to achieve it. With a fierce determination, I stepped forward, ready to face whatever lay ahead. The fate of the galaxy hung in the balance, and I was the only one who could save it. But as I walked towards Archon, I knew that I was walking into the unknown, and I was not sure if I would emerge victorious previously. Alex, Maya, and Elian uncovered the secrets of the ancient civilization on a ravaged planet, where they met Archaea, the last survivor of the planet's civilization, and discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, where the secrets of creation awaited. As Alex ventured deeper into the temple, he encountered Maya, who revealed a text that spoke of the Ancient One's greatest creation, the Echo of Eternity, a power that could reshape reality, but at the ultimate price of one's soul. The air grew thick with tension as Archon's words hung in the air, his eyes fixed on me with a mixture of contempt and curiosity. "You're just a pawn in a much larger game, Alex," he repeated, his voice dripping with amusement. "And soon, you'll realize that you're not the hero of this story. You're just a pawn, and pawns are meant to be sacrificed." My anger surged, but I didn't let it consume me. I knew I had to think clearly, to outmaneuver Archon and uncover the secrets of the temple. I took a deep breath, my eyes locked on the enigmatic figure before me. "I don't believe you," I said, my voice steady. "I'm not a pawn. I'm the one who's been chosen to unlock the secrets of the Echo of Eternity." Archon's expression didn't change, but I sensed a flicker of surprise behind his eyes. "We'll see about that," he said, his voice dripping with sarcasm. "The Ancient Ones have a way of testing those who seek their power, and I'm afraid you're not prepared for what lies ahead." With that, the temple began to shake, the ancient runes on the walls pulsing with energy. The air grew hotter, the air thickening with an otherworldly power. I felt the weight of the Echo of Eternity calling to me, tempting me with its promise of ultimate power. But I knew I had to be careful. I couldn't let my ambition consume me. I glanced at Maya and Elian, their eyes fixed on me with concern. "I need your help," I said, my voice urgent. "We have to work together if we're going to unlock the secrets of the Echo of Eternity." Maya nodded, her eyes shining with determination. "We're with you, Alex. Let's do this." Elian's expression was more skeptical, but he nodded as well. "Let's get this over with," he said. "But if things go sour, I'm blaming you." I smiled, a surge of hope rising in my chest. Together we could do this. Together we could unlock the secrets of the galaxy and forge a new future. But as we ventured deeper into the temple, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were walking into a trap, and that Archon was waiting for us, his eyes fixed on us with an unblinking gaze. The temple began to shift and change around us, the walls dissolving to reveal a labyrinth of twisting corridors and hidden chambers. I felt a sense of disorientation, my senses overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the temple. "What's going on?" I asked, my voice echoing off the walls. Maya's eyes were fixed on the ancient text, her brow furrowed in concentration. "I think we're being tested," she said. "The temple is trying to see if we're worthy of the Echo of Eternity." I nodded, my heart pounding with excitement. "Then let's show it what we're made of," I said. "Let's unlock the secrets of the temple and claim the power of the Echo of Eternity." But as we ventured deeper into the temple, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were playing into Archon's hands, that he was waiting for us, his eyes fixed on us with an unblinking gaze, and that we were about to walk into a trap from which there was no escape previously. "Alex, Maya, and Elian uncovered the secrets of the ancient civilization on a ravaged planet, where they met Archaea, the last survivor of the planet's civilization, and discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, where the secrets of creation awaited. As Alex ventured deeper into the temple, he encountered Maya, who revealed a text that spoke of the Ancient One's greatest creation, the echo of eternity, a power that could reshape reality, but at the ultimate price of one's soul. As we stepped into the heart of the temple, the air grew denser, the energy of the echo of eternity palpable. I could feel its power coursing through my veins, tempting me with promises of limitless possibilities. But I knew I had to be cautious. The temple was designed to test those who dared to unlock its secrets. Suddenly, the walls began to shift, revealing a massive chamber filled with ancient artifacts and relics. At the center of the room, a pedestal held a glowing crystal, radiating an intense, otherworldly energy. Maya's eyes lit up with excitement as she rushed towards the pedestal. "This is it," she whispered, her voice barely audible. "This is the key to unlocking the secrets of the echo of eternity." But as we approached the pedestal, a voice boomed from the shadows, echoing off the walls of the chamber. "You shouldn't have come here," it growled. I spun around, my heart racing as a figure emerged from the darkness. It was Archaea, her eyes blazing with an unnatural intensity. "What do you mean?" I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. "We're here to unlock the secrets of the echo of eternity." Archaea's expression twisted into a snarl. "You're too late," she hissed. "The temple has already chosen its champion, and it's not you, Alex." With that, the chamber began to shake, the walls closing in on us. I realized that we were trapped and that Archaea was not what she seemed. The true purpose of the temple was far more sinister than I had ever imagined. "Maya, Elian, we need to get out of here now," I shouted, grabbing their arms and pulling them towards the exit. But it was too late. The chamber was sealed and we were at the mercy of the temple's twisted games. I knew that we had to think fast, to outsmart the temple's defenses and uncover the truth behind Archaea's betrayal. As the walls continued to close in, I knew that our only hope for survival lay in unraveling the secrets of the echo of eternity, and I was willing to do whatever it took to unlock its power, no matter the cost. But as I gazed into the heart of the temple, I realized that I was staring into the abyss, and the abyss was staring back, its darkness threatening to consume us all previously. Alex, Maya, and Elian discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, where they uncovered the secrets of the ancient civilization and learned about the echo of eternity, a power that could reshape reality at the ultimate price of one's soul. However, they soon found themselves trapped in the temple, betrayed by Archaea, who revealed that the temple had chosen its champion, and it wasn't Alex. As the walls closed in, I felt the air grow thick with anticipation. Maya's eyes locked onto mine, her gaze burning with determination. "We need to think, Alex," she whispered, her voice steady despite the desperation in her eyes. "We can't let the temple win." I nodded, my mind racing with possibilities. The temple's design was ancient, its defenses forged from a deep understanding of human psychology and behavior. But I had a secret weapon, Maya's insight into the ancient technology. Together, we could uncover the temple's weaknesses and find a way out. "Elian, can you hack into the temple's mainframe?" I asked, my eyes scanning the chamber for any sign of a control panel. Elian's fingers flew across his console, his brow furrowed in concentration. "I'm in," he said, a hint of triumph in his voice. "But we need to be quick, the temple's defenses are adapting fast." With Elian's hacking skills, we managed to disable the temple's internal security systems, creating a narrow window of opportunity to escape. But as we made our way towards the exit, we were confronted by Archaea, her eyes blazing with an unnatural intensity. "You shouldn't have interfered," she growled, her voice low and menacing. "Now you'll have to face the temple's final trial." Suddenly, the chamber was filled with a blinding light and I felt myself being lifted off the ground. Maya and Elian were by my side, their faces set with determination. "We're in this together," Maya whispered, her hand finding mine. As the light faded, we found ourselves standing at the edge of a vast, infinite expanse. The sky was a deep, burning crimson, and the air was thick with an otherworldly energy. In the distance, I saw a woman with skin like polished obsidian, her hair a wild tangle of black locks. "Who are you?" I asked, my voice barely audible. The woman turned, her eyes piercing the distance between us. "I am Aethera, the guardian of the echo of eternity," she said, her voice like a gentle breeze. "And you, Alex, are the chosen one, the only one who can unlock the secrets of the ancient technology." As Aethera spoke, the air around us began to ripple, revealing hidden patterns and codes etched into the fabric of reality. I felt my mind expanding, my understanding of the universe deepening. The secrets of the echo of eternity were within my grasp, but at what cost? "Maya, Elian, I think I understand," I said, my voice filled with a sense of wonder. "The echo of eternity isn't just a power, it's a key to unlocking the secrets of the universe." Maya's eyes lit up with excitement, her mind racing with the implications. "We could change the course of history," she whispered. But as we stood there, bathed in the crimson light of the infinite expanse, I knew that we were playing with fires that could consume us all. The stakes were higher than ever, and the fate of the galaxy hung precariously in the balance. As Aethera spoke, her words echoed through the expanse, a haunting melody that seemed to awaken a deeper truth within me. "The power of the echo of eternity comes at a price, Alex, a price that only you can pay. Will you take the risk, or will you turn back?" I gazed into the heart of the expanse, the abyss staring back at me. And in that moment, I knew that I had to make a choice that would change the course of history forever. Previously, Alex, Maya, and Elian discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, where they uncovered the secrets of the ancient civilization and learned about the echo of eternity, a power that could reshape reality at the ultimate price of one's soul. However, they soon found themselves trapped in the temple, betrayed by Archon, who revealed that the temple had chosen its champion, and it wasn't Alex. As I stood at the edge of the infinite expanse, Aethera's words echoed in my mind like a dare. "The power of the echo of eternity comes at a price, Alex, a price that only you can pay. Will you take the risk, or will you turn back?" The crimson sky seemed to pulse with an otherworldly energy, as if the universe itself was holding its breath in anticipation. Maya's hand still grasped mine, a symbol of our unyielding bond in the face of the unknown. I felt the weight of my destiny settling upon me like a mantle, the burden of the galaxy's fate hanging precariously in the balance. I thought of all those who had died, all those who still suffered, and all those who placed their hopes in me. The choice before me was clear: to take the risk and reshape reality, or to turn back and condemn the galaxy to eternal darkness. In that moment, I knew what I had to do. With a resolute determination, I took a step forward, the infinite expanse seeming to stretch out before me like an endless canvas. "I'll take the risk," I said, my voice firm and unwavering. As I spoke, the air around me began to ripple and distort, the patterns and codes etched into reality growing more complex and intricate. Maya and Elian stood by my side, their faces set with determination, their eyes locked onto mine. Aethera's gaze, too, seemed to bore into my very soul as if she could see the depths of my resolve. The temple began to shake and tremble, the walls closing in around us like a vise. Archaea's voice echoed through the chamber, her words laced with malice. "You fools," she spat. "Y'all never unlock the secrets of the echo of eternity. Y'all never reshape reality." But I knew that I had already taken the first step. I had made my choice, and now it was time to see it through. With Maya and Elian by my side, I steeled myself for the trials that lay ahead, my heart pounding in anticipation. The temple's walls began to close in, the air growing thick with an otherworldly energy. I felt the power of the echo of eternity calling to me, a siren song that seemed to beckon me deeper into the heart of the infinite expanse. With a deep breath, I stepped forward, the world around me dissolving into a swirling vortex of color and light. Maya and Elian followed, their hands grasping mine like lifelines. Together, we plunged into the unknown, the fate of the galaxy hanging precariously in the balance. As we disappeared into the heart of the expanse, Aethera's voice echoed through the temple, her words a haunting melody that seemed to awaken a deeper truth within me. "The journey begins," she whispered. "The fate of the galaxy hangs in the balance. Will you emerge victorious, or will you succumb to the darkness that lies within?" The answer only time would tell. Previously, Alex, Maya, and Elian discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, uncovering the secrets of the ancient civilization and learning about the Echo of Eternity, a power that could reshape reality at the ultimate price of one's soul. However, they soon found themselves trapped in the temple, betrayed by Archaea, who revealed that the temple had chosen its champion, and it wasn't Alex. As we emerged from the swirling vortex of color and light, I felt the weight of the infinite expanse settling upon me like a mantle. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, and I could sense the presence of the Echo of Eternity, its power coursing through my veins like liquid fire. Maya and Elian stood by my side, their eyes wide with wonder and trepidation. Before us lay a realm unlike anything I had ever seen. The sky was a deep, burning crimson, and the ground was covered in a fine, glittering dust that seemed to shimmer and pulse with an inner light. Strange, twisted trees loomed in the distance, their branches like grasping fingers reaching towards the heavens. "We're not in the temple anymore, are we?" Maya asked, her voice barely above a whisper. I shook my head. "I don't think so. This is something else." Elian's eyes narrowed. "This is the realm of the Echo of Eternity. I've seen it in my visions." I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed upon the twisted landscape. "What do we do now?" Maya's grip on my hand tightened. "We find a way to harness the power of the Echo." "We have to." I nodded, my determination solidifying. "We'll need to be careful, though. Archaea said the temple had chosen its champion and it wasn't me. That means there's someone or something out there that's supposed to wield this power." As we ventured deeper into the realm, we encountered strange creatures that defied explanation, their bodies twisted and distorted in ways that seemed impossible. The air was thick with an otherworldly energy, and I could feel the power of the Echo of Eternity growing stronger with every step. Suddenly, a figure emerged from the distance, its form shifting and flowing like liquid silver. It was Aethera, her eyes blazing with an inner fire as she gazed upon us. "You have taken the first step," she said, her voice like music. "You have entered the realm of the Echo of Eternity, but to unlock its true power, you must face the trials that lie ahead." I steeled myself, my heart pounding in anticipation. "I'm ready." Aethera's gaze lingered on mine, her eyes piercing the depths of my soul. "You will need to be. The trials will test your courage, your wisdom, and your resolve. Are you prepared to pay the price?" I took a deep breath, my determination solidifying. "I'll do whatever it takes." Maya and Elian stood by my side, their faces set with determination. Together, we faced the unknown, the fate of the galaxy hanging precariously in the balance. As we ventured deeper into the realm, the trials began, each one more challenging and more daunting than the last. We faced labyrinthine puzzles that defied solution, creatures that seemed impossible to defeat, and visions that haunted my very soul. But with each trial I grew stronger, my resolve solidifying like tempered steel. I knew that I had to unlock the secrets of the Echo of Eternity, no matter the cost. And then I saw at the heart of eternity, a glittering crystal at the center of the realm, pulsing with an otherworldly energy. It was the source of the Echo's power, the key to reshaping reality itself. But as I reached out to claim it, a figure emerged from the shadows, its form twisted and distorted in ways that seemed impossible. It was Archaea, her eyes blazing with malice as she gazed upon me. "Y'all never have it," she spat. "The temple has chosen its champion and it's not you." I smiled, my determination solidifying. "I've come too far to turn back now." With a fierce cry, I launched myself at Archaea, the fate of the galaxy hanging precariously in the balance. The battle was intense, the power of the echo of eternity coursing through my veins like liquid fire. But in the end, it was Maya who found the solution, her brilliant mind unlocking the secrets of the heart of eternity. With a burst of energy, the crystal shattered, its power flooding through me like a tidal wave. I felt the infinite expanse stretching out before me like a canvas, the power of the echo of eternity at my command. I knew that I could reshape reality itself, forge a new future for the galaxy, and emerge as a beacon of hope in a brighter, bolder universe. The journey was far from over, but I knew that I was ready. I had taken the risk, and now it was time to see it through previously. Alex, Maya, and Elian discovered the Temple of the Ancient Ones, uncovering the secrets of the ancient civilization and learning about the echo of eternity, a power that could reshape reality at the ultimate price of one soul. However, they soon found themselves trapped in the temple, betrayed by Archon, who revealed that the temple had chosen its champion, and it wasn't Alex. As I stood there, bathed in the power of the echo of eternity, I knew that I had finally reached the pinnacle of my journey. The weight of the galaxy's fate rested on my shoulders, and I was ready to forge a new future. With a wave of my hand, I reshaped the realm of the echo, banishing the twisted creatures and restoring the land to its former glory. Maya and Elian gazed at me in awe, their faces etched with wonder and gratitude. We returned to the galaxy, and I used the power of the echo to heal the wounds of the past. I restored the ravaged planets, brought balance to the fragile ecosystems, and brought hope to the desperate survivors. As the galaxy began to flourish once more, I knew that my work was far from over. I had to ensure that the power of the echo was used for the greater good, and that the mistakes of the past were not repeated. I established a new order with Maya by my side as my trusted advisor. We worked tirelessly to rebuild and restore, using the ancient technology to create a brighter, bolder universe. Elian, now free from his visions, became a symbol of hope, inspiring others to follow in our footsteps. Together, we forged a new future, where cooperation and unity replaced conflict and strife. The remnants of the Requiem Initiative were brought to justice, and those who had suffered were given the chance to heal and move on. The galaxy was reborn, and I had become its beacon of hope. As I looked out into the infinite expanse, I knew that there were still challenges to come. But I was ready, for I had found my true purpose. I was no longer just Alex, the rebel who had stumbled upon an ancient secret. I was the guardian of the galaxy, the champion of hope, and the architect of a brighter future. In the end, it was not the power of the echo that had changed me, but the journey itself. I had faced my fears, overcome my doubts, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more determined. As the stars shone bright in the galaxy, I smiled, knowing that I had truly found my place in the universe. I had become the hero that I was meant to be, and the galaxy would never be the same again. Epilogue. Years have passed since the galaxy was reborn. The power of the echo of eternity is now used to maintain balance and harmony throughout the universe. Maya and Elian are still by my side, and together, we continue to explore the mysteries of the ancient civilization. The Temple of the Ancient Ones has been rediscovered, and its secrets are being unlocked by a new generation of scientists and explorers. The ancient artifacts are being used to benefit humanity, and the knowledge of the past is being used to forge a better future. As I gaze out into the stars, I know that there is still much to be discovered, and that the journey is far from over. But I am no longer afraid, for I know that I am not alone. I am part of a galaxy-wide community, united in our quest for progress and cooperation. The infinite expanse stretches out before me like a canvas, waiting to be explored and discovered. And I am ready, for I am Alex, the champion of hope, the guardian of the galaxy, and the architect of a brighter, bolder universe.